Okay, I think I'm fine now. Everyone is panicking! Yang wants to know where Ruby is because
Yang,
nobody
are you
can
okay?
find her. Also, Y is there.
This can't be happening. Penny.
I just can't believe that Penny was a robot this whole time. Wait, you didn't know that? Of course not! How could anybody have predicted that? But she always texts us in binary. I thought it was just a glitch on my phone. Every entry in her dream diary mentions electric sheep. That could mean anything. But the time at the water park, when she got in the water with Nora and then she suddenly got supercharged and punched Cardin into another dimension, just a coincidence. Blake is shocked to find that the White Thing are at Beacon, but Yang can't speak any longer because of mysterious growls on the other side.
I gotta go. Be careful.
You know, I just realized this is actually how they ended that one convention panel where where you got to talk to Yang and RWBY.
Like right now, please. Go.
Thank you guys for coming.
Thanks for having us, Cameron. We gotta go. Okay.
Give a big round of applause for Ruby and everyone.
And I just am imagining them actually just talking to fans throughout this entire thing.
Blake, what are we going to do?
Well, first we're going to start by just not staying around while dangerous monsters are on the loose. That's generally a bad idea. Oh look, the rocket lockers are back. That was a thing that was used once as a joke, once seriously, and then never brought up again. Cool to see those back. Now we head back to the Coliseum and we realize that everybody is still freaking out. Including RWBY, who is still in horrible shock from all of this. Man, that's something to think about, isn't it? I mean, this entire time, I'm still in shock over what they did to Penny, but she's just a fictional character, and I'm just watching this whole thing play out. Imagine how RWBY must be feeling. She and Penny were like best friends. And she was just an innocent little girl, guys. Okay, I guess innocent is kind of subjective, but still. Oh, and here we have Pyrrha dealing with the fact that if it wasn't for the fact that Penny was a robot, she would have literally just murdered someone. Yeah, nice living with that for a while. Meanwhile, Team Juniper is trying to convince Pyrrha to leave because giant bird monster, but then said giant bird monster comes crashing down. And then, without a doubt, her most epic moment in the entire series, we have RWBY coming in, breaking out of her trance to save Pyrrha from the Nevermore, stabbing in the chest with one of Penny's swords.
Leave her alone!
Wow. That scene was so awesome that my camera just broke. Now let's do something for a second that you probably never expected from this poorly scheduled glorified reaction series. Analysis! Keep in mind that the last thing RWBY saw before she went into shock was... well, I'll just let Yang explain it.
Pyrrha turned Penny into quarters.
Yeah, that. RWBY could have easily blamed Pyrrha for that. It seems most of Remnant did. But RWBY's immediate instinct when she saw Pyrrha about to be attacked by a Nevermore is to grab Penny's sword and stab that thing! RWBY was able to figure out what most of the extras weren't able to, that it wasn't actually her fault, while she was paralyzed with fear and shock. Conclusion, RWBY is freaking awesome. The Nevermore survives this attack, unfortunately, but then is eventually pinned down by the Rocket Locker combo! Because in Remnant, lockers get shoved into you! As it turns out, the lockers were from the other teams that competed in the tournament, who are now coming to join the fight. Yes, even Yancat and InJoke McMinecraft.
I am so sorry. Me too. But it wasn't your fault.
And to your left, you will see RWBY being incredibly smart and forgiving.
She's right. Whoever was on the microphone, they're the ones that did this. And we have to make sure they don't take anyone else.
And to your right, you will see Jean being entirely badass. And so, Team Tournament gears up for an attack by, Griffins? Griffins?
Griffins.
GRIFFINS! I kinda like Griffins. Of course, you know, they may need a little bit of help with, this Griffin problem, so, who are you gonna call?
Students, I think it would be best for you to leave.
Dr. Seuss and the Mad King, obviously. And so Team Tournament decides, you know what, these guys got it covered, let's just go. Velvet, this is a life-death situation. Why are you standing around taking pictures? And so the normal townspeople are just going on airships away from here, and, yeah, I see this girl? Yeah, that's me. That's me right now. Well, the Grimm are coming into the city more frequently, and also they're just decimating the robot troops, which is definitely not good. But, Ironwood? What, Jimmy, what are you doing there? Okay, you're supposed to be sad. This is a sad series of events that has transpired. Oh, screw it. That was freaking awesome! Oh, it's that, Ruby? You're saying that your sight is also a gun? That's nice. Ironwood just has a gun. And you know what? It doesn't need to be anything more. It's just awesome as it is.
What's going on?
Well, you see, imagine the worst thing you can think of.
My mom died before the series even started.
Imagine the second worst thing you can think of.
That already happened a couple episodes ago.
Imagine the third worst thing you can think of.
Gravity Dust Falls is already over.
My point is, it's worse than all of those, okay?
Some vagabond has seized one of my ships. Until we regain command, the skies are out of our control. So I'm
going to keep being awesome.
Team Tournament decides to go to Beacon, and then Torchwick does Torchwick things.
Let's see, what does this button do? Oh, fun!
You know, if this plan doesn't work out, I know a guy named the Joker that would love to hire you.
How about this one?
Oh, great job, Roman. You hit the obscure cameo button. This is just great. But no, what actually happened was it turned the robots against the townspeople. Isn't that just great? Oh, and then that makes this happen.
no.
Ruby is horrified, so it's just like, yep, that's the thing happened, I guess. And Scarlet's just like, I wonder what it would be like if your legs didn't know they were legs.
RWBY, what are you doing?
Son, I'm gonna do what I do best. Say screw you to the laws of physics. So, Ruby goes back to the arena, finds one of the rocket lockers, and... Huh. That's a really good idea. Why hasn't anyone in the series thought of doing that until now? So while Ruby is off infiltrating Roman and Neo's ship, Royce and Blake are on the grounds doing this, and... Okay, why do people think that the fight scenes in this season suck? And then Blake goes to investigate them screaming and finds this guy.
No. Adam?
Hello, my darling.
Darling? But Blake, what does that mean? Blake, was he your boyfriend? Man. He must have been a horrible boyfriend.
I had someone very dear to me change. It wasn't in an instant, it was gradual. At first there were accidents, then it was self-defense. Before long, even I began to think he was right.
Oh my god. There were a couple reasons why you left him, weren't there? Okay, let's try to think about that. Let's try to find something cool to distract us. Okay, here's all this fighting. Oh, look what's up on that, what are we zooming up on? Oh, look! It's, the villains. Cool, let's talk about that.
Beautiful.
It's almost sad.
It's horrendous.
Oh, I'm getting all of it.
Man, I love how varied the villains' reactions are to this whole thing. Sarah's just like, oh, I love the smell of blood in the morning. Emerald's reaction is, yeah, I kind of feel a bit sorry for all these people that we're killing. And then Mercury is just like, ha, I'm gonna put this all on YouTube later.
And do not miss what happens next.
What happens next? What was that?
No.
Glinda, what's going on? job, guys! Great job! You summoned the freaking Burninator! Oh, that's just perfect! Oh, and is this thing giving birth to Grim? Oh yeah, that's just great. This is just perfect. How could this day possibly get any worse? Okay, I'm out. Bye. I need to watch something funny to get my mind off of this. Like a guy in a unicorn mask shooting a snowman with a Nerf gun, or something. And how did I get here? The Nevermore survives this attack, of course, but then he is eventually pinned down by the Locket Rocker combo. Locket Rocker? Locket Rocker, yes. The necklace shaker attack. That's always the best attack.